January the 25th, 2021. Guys, a quick update on the weather. It's been way too warm here in the southeast. We got up to 74 degrees today, and this is January, even though we're in the south. Normally this time of the year would be in the 50s, but it got up to 74 looking at now that it's completely dark outside at 6:19 p.m. Central. My weather station is saying 71 degrees. That's why you're seeing here in Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee tornado watches right in this yellow area. Very cold air to the north of here, and everything's pushing to the east and northeast. You've got high wind warnings in California. You've got different winter storm warnings. Think of the all of the area that this is covering, all the way into Nevada, into Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah. And you've been getting so much snow in that area, guys. There's been avalanche watches out for quite a few days now. But the temperatures are changing, but you know it's going to be cold in the north, and this wind pattern is going to increase wind-driven snow across the Great Lakes and other areas like that. But the main problem right now, other than the very cold weather, is that, and high winds, is this area where the cold is meeting the hot, guys. And again, tornado watches in the yellow right there coming to here. Let's take a look at some of the other information. This is the current temperature chart for the U.S., and this is updated just 2 minutes ago at 7:20 p.m. Eastern. It's 6:20 here in central Mississippi, Central Time. But notice going from the orange to the yellow here, the temperature changes, and this is dropping quickly, guys, into our area. But look how warm it is along the Gulf. 73 here. It's as warm here as it is down in the Florida Keys right now. And that was a surprise this morning, but let me say this. It's also been very windy, starting at daylight this morning and continuing to now. And with that temperature and that wind, that's always a key indicator of trouble. And again, you got coming up into Oklahoma, you're in the 50 degree, 40 degree, and you kind of got a cold line moving. Well, you can see it in the green, guys, all the way from the Carolinas back towards New Mexico and California in the upper elevations. But if you look north of there, you're at 0 degrees along the Canadian line in a couple of different places. And look at the temperature in the very top northeast, 19 and 20. But we have that. But again, we went from heat for the last few weeks to today, and was starting last night. Had to wake up in the middle of the night. It had gotten up to about 68 degrees and cut some air on. It was really muggy. But guys, this is going to get worse through the night. Now, it's just a tornado watch, not warnings at this time, but I want to go and look at some very detailed satellite imaging. Now, what you're seeing is the complete U.S. with both coasts involved here in this satellite image from COD. But from right here in central Mississippi, just above where we are at now, you can see these yellow and orange areas popping up, moving over into Alabama, going up into the northeast sections and across central Tennessee. This is where that severe thunderstorm warning is. And this is the area right here, guys, where we're having the worst trouble because of the temperature changes. Moving right up the Mississippi River, you've got moisture coming in from South Texas and Mexico, getting out into the Gulf of Mexico itself, picking up more moisture in this warm air and pulling it this way. So again, you can look and see where your high winds are coming up and whipping in Arizona, coming out of California, going up into Nevada now, and into Utah. All of this purple area is showing that, it's just colder and colder in that area. So that's what we're dealing with now. When you see this heat to cold, and we get these changes, you're seeing a clearing behind it, and that's often the case after especially in the winter. You have severe thunderstorms or tornadoes. You'll have a couple of days of cooler weather, but not as much rain. And you can see there's not as much moisture involved in the system as you would normally see in tornado situations. But the warnings are out, guys, and that's what we're dealing with. Again, I want to keep this quick so that it will upload quicker. Longer videos take longer, especially at my upload speed. But Again, it's a heads up. Be safe.